beautiful Aries, welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with a little bonus reading. I've already cleansed your space and have meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I will never ask for personal details. And I will also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks you for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful there's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Aries, this is a little bonus reading of what your guides want you to know, the message they're trying to get to you at this time. I'm going to get all of your cards first before I connect to an outcome. And just to let you know, there are currently 6 planets in retrograde, so it can feel like things are moving really slowly, or you may feel like you're having some setbacks, or that the energy feels like you're moving through mud. You may feel a little bit more exhausted than usual, a little bit more sensitive than usual. So just be mindful, it's because of planetary alignments there. We also have Mercury in retrograde, which can play havoc with communication, missed phone calls or missed texts, you know, emails, getting lost in the ether and things like that. Also, it can be a time period where there are reversals. And by that, I mean, you think one thing's going to happen and then suddenly the opposite happens. Also, it can be a time where we can revisit projects that we have not finished yet. We can give energy to those things in order to either gain insight or complete those tasks. So it can be actually a positive time. It doesn't always have to be a negative time. It also gives us a time to pause, to really focus within, to really think about the next part of our journey and revitalize our energy. Now, for you in particular, my beautiful Aries, your 7th house and your 1st house are governing you at this time. So the 7th house is all about relationships, whether they're friendships, business partnerships, or love relationships perhaps. Also, we've got, they want one more, of course. The 1st house is all about how you value yourself, how you see yourself, your identity, where you feel like you fit in, and how you're making your mark on the world, okay? Or on your piece of world, shall we say. Now, this can be a very, very transformative time, especially when your 1st house is activated there. It can be a time of revamping yourself, feeling like you want to change, make personal changes, whether it's to your diet, whether it's to your exercise routine, or, personal changes, removing outdated beliefs or narratives, or, evolving from situations that you feel you've matured from and you no longer want to take part in. I mean, you've got a lot of cycles going on in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You've got the Wheel of Fortune and the Chariot. Both of those are like cycles of change that will be affecting you. A lot of possibilities opening up to you there. We've got the Courage card, and of course we've got the Death card, so that indicates radical change. And I feel there, I'm gonna have to look at the card that you got, but I feel like you've got a transformational card there as well, and this is in your outcome energy. So let us see what is going on. I'll have to connect to that card a little bit more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to see? Okay, now we're starting strong there. We've got a Queen of Pentacles and we've got a King of Swords. So some of you may be thinking a lot about money, or there's some sort of project. I mean, you've got a Queen of Swords as well. I will connect a little bit deeper to that energy because there's 3 people in the mix. Some of you may be partnering up in business, or you're leaving one space in order to connect to another. So let us see there. We've got the 10 of Wands, Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? We've got 10 of Swords. Now, in the water right now, as I'm shuffling, they're giving me a number, which is 222. Okay, 222 is what I can see at the moment for you. This will be a transformative number. Every time you see it, it's numerical synchronicity. So expect sort of positive turnarounds, okay, positive new chapters. Whenever you see 222, please look it up online when you're going about day to day, because it's going to mean different things to different people depending on what part of the journey you're on at this moment. Okay, there's a specific message when you see 222 for you. Okay. Just want you to be aware. Definitely something is ending here for you that has been causing you a lot of struggle, a lot of stress, anxiety, and I feel like you're sort of contemplating a new chapter. Okay, so let's see what's happening here. The first card is the one who frees. Now this is your protagonist energy. So you're releasing something that has been holding you back. You're moving forward. It says liberation, unrestrained freedom. And I definitely get an energy of you having that wild, untamed spirit. For some of you, I feel like you're doing something. They're giving me the word regeneration in the water right now, regeneration. Some of you may feel a little bit more energy as you move throughout the next 4 to 5 weeks after a period of feeling a little bit scattered, pulled in different directions, a lot of stress. Some of you may have, felt low energy because, of course, we got 6 planets in retrograde. So that can make you feel like you've got a push and pull or a tug of war going on. Some of you may feel like you're taking 2 steps forward and 4 steps back. Now, because we've got such heightened water there, it can mean you're liberating yourself from a very emotionally turbulent time. We've got the 10 of Wands here. So 10 of Wands can be stress, can also be, a lot of exhaustion. Perhaps you've been, as I said, pulled and pushed in many directions. The Queen of Pentacles indicates that you're focusing on your goals, your dreams, you're hardworking, you're really practical, and you're focused, okay? This is about your commitment to prosperity. And you may have felt like you've been burning the candle at both ends and really trying to focus on those goals and dreams, but there's something here, either you're kicking back or you're ending a project, perhaps something's coming to an end finally as we move throughout this time period. This sees you releasing something, actually giving you freedom, okay? And just seeing if I've got anything else coming from that card. So for example, if you've been feeling like you've been like in a work-life habit, routine, repetitive cycles and things like that, I feel like things are changing for you. You're sort of finding a way to do something that you love, have a little bit more time for you, transforming your schedule, as it were, in order to clear space for yourself, okay? Also, the Queen of Swords energy, this is about you being very clear thinking. If you've been wrestling with a problem, because they give me an energy before I came to this reading, I do a little meditation there before I come to your reading. They gave me sort of an energy of problem solving. There's something here, perhaps you've been wrestling with something. If I really think about the time period we're living in right now, there's a lot of things to be wrestling with, right? We've got inflation, we've got, price of living going up, wages are perhaps stagnating or going down. They're not exactly fitting the time period that we're living in. So of course, we've all got a lot to think about, okay? And you may be trying to solve problems in your immediate lifestyle right now, but I actually see you coming up with really great ideas. Some of you may be, creative brainstorming with other people of how to proceed or deal with any problems or obstacles that you've come up against, and you're going to find solutions. The Chariot card in this position indicates something is grounded to a halt, and you know that something needs to change. And whether that's your outlook, because when we've got the swords, we've got the 10 of Swords, the King of Swords, and we got the Queen of Swords. Some of you, if you're already in a partnership, you and your partner may partner up in business, or you may be a force to be reckoned with, overcome that obstacle and embrace new. For some of you, it may be that you are just negotiating better deals for yourself, realizing your worth and how much you deserve in life, and looking at the effort you put into things and whether you're getting what you feel is a fair recompense. Okay, so I feel a lot of you are really weighing up a few things in your life, and you're actually changing cycles. I feel like you're changing lanes, actually. And I feel like you're turning your back to the past and definitely moving forward to the future, okay? Anything that you felt has controlled you, because Aries, you are a wild, passionate, free spirit. You have strong emotion. You are led with fire. You're a fire element. But also, you know, you're very interesting. And you're very exciting to be with. And if you felt typically in a humdrum kind of energy right now, where you feel like it's just, you know, a different day, same old thing, then I feel like you're really shaking up the energy in order to release any worries, or, you know, release any, how can I put that, sort of repetitive cycles. I just get an energy with that Five of Pentacles there as well. It's like, how do I find an alternative to what's going on right now? The Five of Pentacles could literally be finding an alternative source of finances. Some of you may be setting up your own business. With the Queen of Pentacles there, some of you may have just started a home business or something that you do from home. Some of you, especially since we've got a lot of swords here, you know, we've got strong Gemini and Libra energy, as well as a bit of Aquarius going on there. Some of you may be compelled to do something online, because this is, with these two cards, especially King of Swords and Queen of Pentacles together, this can be, how do I make a business or a second stream of income online where I can put myself in a really good position? Now, I'm not going to ignore the fact that in the protagonist energy, you've got the Wheel of Fortune. So I do feel like some of you out there are trying to be really positive and see where you're lucky already, okay? Now that is actually half the battle, because we need to approach life and manifestation with an air of positivity, having faith, okay? So obviously it's easier said than done. Sometimes when we feel like the winds are against us, it is hard to push through that and believe that there is something better on the other side, or that we're working towards something and that we're going to achieve it. Sometimes we have our confidence knocked, but your guides want you to believe, because you're actually, because I feel like there's maybe a directional gauge here where you're trying to, you may have felt a little bit lost or stagnant, and you're trying to push forward on something. There is a turn of events that sees luck on your side, but also you're aware of making your own luck, okay? The Wheel of Fortune indicates it's almost like, I feel like you are changing the way you operate. I keep getting this energy of changing lanes, okay? So I feel with this card, this is like fate, accepting your destiny, also possibilities and opportunities coming towards you. In the next 4 to 5 weeks, there's going to be a lot of random events that go on for you, okay? So for example, if you're thinking about somebody, all of a sudden they message you. Okay, that's a very strong one that's coming up in your reading right now, because we've got King of Swords and then we got a Queen of Swords. So it's almost like if you're thinking about someone, suddenly they message you out of the blue. Watch out for that. That's going to happen a lot over the next 4 to 5 weeks. Or you may bump into them, for example. Or you may also think about something and then it materializes in your life. It's not something that you're truly like focused intensely on. It's something that just pops into your mind and then just pops out again, and then suddenly it appears in your life. So really be aware that thoughts are becoming things, okay, for you. Wheel of Fortune indicates good luck, but also taking a chance, taking a risk, shaking up the status quo, okay? Some of you may feel, you know, you have sudden random ideas, something unusual pops out of the blue that you really want to investigate. Don't ignore those sort of hunches or those sort of ideas, because I feel you're going to have a lucky break. It turns out perfectly. And I feel you're looking at your destiny, okay, where you feel you fit in. And that's not just in terms of your career, but it's also in love. I feel like you're attracting opportunity towards you. Now, the Queen of Pentacles is a card of focusing on home life. Some of you are going to be very sort of like focus on maybe trying to set up a home business. Some of you are going to be focusing on your children. If you've got children, of course, you're probably always focused on your children. But I feel like you're going to feel extra lucky with the children that you have. Even if you've been going through some difficulties, I feel like there's going to be, with that 7th house, relationships blossoming, balancing out, and things are going to become a little bit easier, okay? Queen of Pentacles is also someone who is determined. So you're setting out trying to make your prosperity, attracting finances. But because we've got the Queen of Pentacles over here as your protagonist energy and an outcome energy, we've got the Queen of Swords and we've got the 5 of Pentacles. I'm just getting this energy of perhaps you've been feeling that you've been struggling recently financially, perhaps. You may be being a little bit more resourceful with your money. Making sure it's safeguarded in places that you trust, for example, shuffling finances around in order to make sure everything's secure, because the Queen of Pentacles is all about security and thinks about, home life, family. You feel responsible. There's an energy of feeling responsibility here with this card. But do remember, with the Queen of Pentacles, she, and a male or female, not a gender specific reading, but the Queen of Pentacles is often called the Queen of Abundance. This is a card of multiplying your finances. So this may be something that you're really truly focused on. And I feel it's no holds barred. I feel like you've got a lot of ideas and you're going to get lucky on one of those really great ideas, and it's going to attract a lot of finances. Normally in the Queen of Pentacles, you've got rabbits on the side, and that really is a symbol of multiplying your wealth, okay? Attracting wealth. But it does come from opportunity, being ready for opportunity, and your hard work, okay? It's almost like destiny. How can I put that? Success is like opportunity meets preparation, right? I think that's the way the saying goes, and I feel like you're ready for this success. The Ten of Wands indicates you have struggled to get to where you are already, and it has been a difficult journey for you. The Ten of Wands can be that you're exhausted, that you sometimes you feel, like giving up, or you're burnt out, you're overloaded. Now this could be overloaded with the struggle. It could be overloaded with, if you're trying to make your luck and forge your way in life, and you've also got home responsibilities. Perhaps you're a carer, or you're someone who looks after your children, everything like that. You may feel that you've got no time for you. You're always on the go. But remember, the Ten of Wands is such an interesting card. It highlights your strength, okay? Because it takes a lot of strength to actually operate at a Ten of Wands energy. But do be mindful that you do need some rest from time to time, okay? Ten of Wands is for new beginnings. It's about clearing space, releasing the excess, things that you don't need. So these two cards together could be you're conserving your wealth at this time, or you're conserving your finances, and you're looking at the things that you really do not necessarily need right now. So, you may be like saving for a bigger purchase, like a house or real estate and things like that. You may be looking at cutting back in some areas and saving. Just saving and being savvy with your finances in order to multiply. Okay, so I feel the Ten of Wands is really about cutting away excess. It's a card, there just give me this energy. You've already got a lot of responsibility. Don't overcommit yourself in the next 4 to 5 weeks, because you're just going to overload yourself and feel really frustrated. Now, in the resistance position, we've got the one who listens. And it says, understanding, witness, compassion. But because it's in the resistance position, this is the thing that is against you right now. The thing that you feel has been pushing against you. So you may feel, and it will change by the end of the 4 to 5 weeks, it does become in the upright, because we conquer, and especially with the Chariot card right there, you conquer the obstacle. So you may feel like people are not listening to you, or you may feel like people have less compassion than usual, and you're like, what is going on in this world? I mean, we've all witnessed these sort of things recently. Of course, going through a major pandemic, it has brought out the best and sometimes the worst in people, as we all try to navigate our way in a world that is ever changing. But I feel with this card, for example, if you've got new ideas, or you've been thinking about something that's been on your mind for a while, a hunch, or you just suddenly know a direction, and you've been telling people about it and they're like not listening to you, or they don't believe you, or you've got wacky ideas and you're thinking outside the box, don't listen to those people. Of course, take people's advice if you feel it is necessary and helpful towards you. But if there's anything that's critical, or someone is critiquing you, for example, if they don't come with helpful critique, because sometimes people can give us advice that we don't particularly want to hear, but deep down we feel it's probably something I need to hear, okay? Then of course, be balanced in your judgment of what you need to hear and what you don't need to hear. But some people you may have felt recently are just not listening to you. They're all up in their own head, or they're all thinking about their own thing, especially since we've got a King of Swords here. So I would say that the time period that we're living in right now, a lot of people are going inwards and they feel a little bit distracted because they have anxiety or fear. It feels amplified in the collective right now. I got to be honest with that. So I feel sometimes when other people are not listening to us, it's because they're consumed with their own fears. So if you're launching something, for example, my beautiful Aries, setting up your own business, whether it's from home or getting yourself an online business and things like that, and you're feeling concerned or fearful or nervous about what other people may think about you, or don't listen to it, okay? We all have those fears. Overcome the fears and do it anyway. You're going to be really successful, and I see a lot of prosperity. I also see you being very clear in what you want, setting your intentions and aligning yourself with that, and then accomplishing the goal, okay? The Chariot card in this position, it's like, as I said, we got it in the reverse. You may have felt like you've grounded to a halt in some area, or some of you may have even felt a little bit lost of direction, or, you know, you've had issues with moving forward. And it can be because we've got 6 planets in retrograde, of course, but there's something here that perhaps either you haven't been thinking about, or you should be thinking about, or something that's been excessively on your mind and you can't get clear. Okay, because you know, those 2 cards are like in the reverse. So the Chariot card indicates any obstacle or anything you've been struggling with, you will move forward. You will actually conquer that thing and be victorious. This is a card of commitment, dedication. So for example, if you know what you need to do and you just don't have the energy to do it, sometimes we procrastinate. So it's like, you know what you need to do, but sometimes humans, you know, we call it procrastination, but sometimes it's your body saying, you know what, I can't focus right now because I'm exhausted. I'm pulled in so many different directions. I'm going to make you take a break by not giving you the power of thought or clarity. So sometimes when we're like, oh, I'm totally burnt out, I've got no ideas, or I need to finish this project, but it's really hard to connect to it right now, and I'm not sure why. I'm not in my flow. It's the universe sort of highlighting that your body needs a break, but it's also your body sort of rebelling against you pushing it further. It's saying, no, you take a break or I'm not going to give you any ideas. It's almost like sometimes our body holds us to ransom to say, we're burnt out here. Now, either you give us a break or, you know, that's it, we're shutting down. So it's important for you to take moments of rest, especially in the mind, my beautiful Aries, because they're showing me the 10 of Swords here and the King of Swords. Now, the 10 of Swords can mean something is ending for you. It doesn't have to be like in a big way. It doesn't have to be like the end of a relationship or the end of an era. It can be an old way of thinking that you're releasing. So some of you may have felt loss of confidence or loss of control in some area. With the Chariot card in this position, it can also mean self-doubt. And you're trying to release sort of moments of self-doubt, especially if you're launching something or you're trying to forge a way, a pathway, and to release things that are just not serving you anymore. The 10 of Swords is like an epiphany, okay? And it's where an end meets a beginning. But I always say there's no such thing as endings, only new beginnings. So I feel like you're embracing a sort of wonderful new start in some area of your life. But also I feel like you're releasing and moving on from the past. A lot of you may be recovering from something that you found difficult, or you may be moving on and forgiving past situations. Now, it's very interesting. We do not forgive just to let someone off the hook. We forgive to lighten our own karmic load in order to move forward so that we're not stuck. We have to remember the past, okay, in order to take the lesson with us. So it's very important to remember that. Now, the King of Swords, something you've been thinking about, whether it is like, because we got the 10 of Swords here as well, either you've been thinking about leaving something or a situation that has kept you stuck or stagnant, whether it's a career that you felt like you've hit a glass ceiling and you want to move forward and be more successful, whether it is a relationship or whether it is a friendship that you've outgrown. I feel that this is something you've been thinking about. It's almost like it has a positive spin to it. So, for example, if you separated from somebody and you've been grieving. You feel left out in the cold. I feel like you're suddenly changing your focus to try and see the positive, where you learned lessons, where you're changing directions, you're changing lanes, and you're not starting from scratch, you're starting from experience. Okay, same with the career, for example. I feel like there's like it's almost like you're changing directions, and this is a card of being successful. Okay, whatever your focus is, whatever you want to accomplish, the goal is within sight and you're making progress. Confidence is the key to your success as well, is what they're giving me. Now, the King of Swords is someone who has a lot of responsibility, okay, got to where they are because they've got clear thinking and expansion, you know, a visionary, someone who negotiates really good deals. So some of you may actually step into leadership positions. There may be a sudden opportunity to elevate in your workspace or your career. Some of you may think about expanding on your business, even taking it global. But I feel some of you, especially if your business is online, I definitely see it going global, going further afield. Okay. Now, for some of you who are looking for love, perhaps you've been feeling like, you've just been focusing on money or finances or work. Even if you are retired, you may be focusing on being really resourceful with the finances that you got, making a little go a long way, or a lot go a long way if you're lucky. And I feel some of you may be thinking that something is missing. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely an energy here of a King of Swords and a Queen of Swords. Okay, so a partnership here, two people who are very intelligent. It's almost like a meeting of minds. And there is love in the mix as well. We've got an Ace of Cups. So it's not all about just two people having great conversation. There is a depth of feeling to this relationship coming on in. So I definitely see you having a new start. So if you are looking for love, there's definitely an opportunity to meet somebody new here in the next 4 to 5 weeks. You may even be set up by a friend, is what I'm getting. Okay, now we're going through a Mercury retrograde, so there can be an energy of things or people returning from the past, whether it is projects that you haven't completed yet, DIY around the house that suddenly reminds you haven't fixed that cupboard or you haven't fixed that tile or whatever it is. It comes back around. What I see in your chart though is no more things coming back around. I see an energy here of you choosing a direction, and it is to move forward away from the past. I see new beginnings here for you. You've got clear foresight. Now your Queen of Swords is actually in the outcome position. Queen of Swords tends to turn her back to the past and moves forward with clarity, is a visionary, someone who is very intelligent and very direct, very honest. Now the outcome, we've got the one who resists, fearless, justified and resistant. So you're not giving up on something. You are moving towards a goal that you want to accomplish. Something you've been thinking about for a while, something you've been manifesting and working hard towards for a while, is going to be presented to you. Okay, now, okay, so I'm just getting words here. I don't even think it's not a song. So maybe a poem, it may be a quote. Live the life full of the mind. Live the life full of the mind. Live the life full of the mind. I mean, you've got loads of swords here. Swords are all about the mind, communication. Okay, live the life full of the mind. Exhilarated by new ideas. Exhilarated by new ideas. Again, swords are all about new ideas. And then I can't quite grasp the end bit. It's something about the unusual. It goes really muddy or cloudy. Something about the unusual. I almost want to say it's about romanticize and experience the unusual or something like that. It's really like, I can't quite grasp it. So the next, I mean, if you know what that is, I'm going to look it up online. I'll rewind the video and see what that is. I'll look it up online and see how it resonates with your reading. But I feel this is like your words have power. Your ideas are important. They have value. And I feel like you're trying to shake up a schedule in order to experience something a little bit more unusual or unique. Okay. So that's what, yeah, so that may resonate with someone. I mean, you may, if it's a quote or a poem or something, because there's no music attached to it. So if it's something that you know, perhaps you saw something like that, if it's a quote or a poem or something, or just words, maybe it's text in a book. I'm going to have to look it up and see what it is. But you may know what it is, and it may be something that really connects to you. Sometimes images, words that come through, they do not mean anything in this moment. But in about 4 to 5 weeks' time, you're like, oh, I just saw what came up in the reading. So just be mindful of that. But I feel this is you like feeling the fear, doing anyway, some sort of new start or new idea, something that you've been thinking about for a while, mulling it over. And we've got the one who changes. Yeah. So, I mean, the death card really connects to this one. I felt change with this energy with the card. It says transformation, change, enchantment. Okay, now as you see the snake there, this is your outcome energy. I feel like this is lifestyle changes. Something actually changes your life for the better. Okay, the snake represents rebirth, shedding old skin to embrace the new. And we all go through cycles as humans. You know, it can be right from diet, exercise routines, to the way that we interact with certain people. It can also be job situations, relationships. But I definitely see you, I mean, the moon there, the crescent moon is like on, it's midway, it's just over the third eye and the crown chakra. So I feel like you're a visionary. New ideas are coming to you of how to sort of shake up or turn a chapter in your life to make things a little bit more interesting. Okay, that's what I'm getting here with that. Also, throat chakra is so important. Speaking your truth. Okay, being your wonderful, authentic self. You know, I see a lot of you trying to approach a situation in a very logical way, when actually your guides are saying follow your heart. And I actually see, normally you're very passionate, you know, but I feel perhaps life or the way the world is right now has made you try to be very logical and very clear thinking, which is of course important, but don't forget, it's almost like don't let the world harden your heart. Okay, they just want you to be aware of that. Because of course you're wonderfully self-sufficient. You know, Queen of Swords tells me that. You're self-sufficient, you got this all by yourself. You don't need anybody, but at the same time, being connected to people is so important, okay? They're indicating your emotions. You're going to be a little bit more sensitive than usual towards the end of the 5 weeks. Your emotions and going to be overflowing with love for people, friends. You know, I just get this energy of things feeling a lot more positive, whereas you felt like you've been struggling recently. Okay, now we've also got the courage. So again, I get this: feel the fear and do it anyway. Feel that fear, have the courage though, and make the changes. The courage card, of course, is a strength card, and that's all about overcoming obstacles, being patient with yourself, having compassion, and actually, you know, overcoming the struggle. It's also about being self-disciplined. You can do it, whatever it is for you, because it's going to be different for everybody. This is about you having durability, willpower, commitment, and, you know, accomplishing whatever it is you set out to do. I really feel like you're a force to be reckoned with, okay? Now, I know there's like a lioness here, but before the reading, I did that little meditation that I do, and it's coming up in the water again. I'm seeing a tiger. Okay, now this is Year of the Tiger, of course. So maybe tigers are important to you, or you're listening to this reading and you can see an image of a tiger. Please take it as it resonates. Tigers are all about stealth, strength, ability, agility, independence, power, all of those things. So maybe tiger is your totem animal or your guiding animal energy for this time period. So it can also mean that the Year of the Tiger, it has been one that you have to, you've summoned the strength to make changes that are actually going to take you into a successful arena as we move into the following year, okay? Now, we've also got the Death card. The Death card symbolizes, of course, new beginnings, and anything that's been stagnant or making you feel like you're immobile. It shakes up the system or the status quo in order to move forward. It's an evolutionary card that makes progress. So you are making progress, okay? This is also a time where some of you may feel like cleansing, doing cleansing rituals where you take salt baths, or, you know, you really take time to meditate. get clear thinking, get into more of a streamlined energy where you start checking in with your thoughts in silence. Some of you may be feeling like that. Now, some of you, there may have been something you've been delaying, whether it's a trip or a vacation. Okay, I definitely feel that you are going to reconnect to that. If you've put off or put on hold some sort of vacation, then you're definitely going to pick up on that as we move throughout the next 4 to 5 weeks. Some of you may have been delaying surgery or some sort of procedure, or it may have been delayed, it may have been out of your control, but you get the go ahead and it starts to move forward. And I definitely see you with the Five of Pentacles. You may be a little bit nervous about it, but the Ace of Cups indicates you're in good hands, okay? So just be mindful of that. Now, the Queen of Swords is someone who is a visionary. I think I've mentioned that already. You're very honest, you lead with integrity, and your intentions are pure and clear. You're aligning yourself with a strategy, something you've been thinking about. It's definitely something new that you're embracing. I mean, it could be a new hobby, could be a new second stream of income, it could be a new idea. Maybe it's even like something you're writing down, because words are going to have an impact. Okay, your words are important, your visions are important. So I want you to be mindful that your ideas, they do have value, and that anything that's coming out that you feel you have a hunch or a leaning towards, really connect to it and have confidence in that energy. They're showing me that there's forces beyond your control that are guiding you as well. They're giving me, they're giving me the Eiffel Tower. So, I mean, some of you may be going to Paris, or the Eiffel Tower. It can represent romance. You do have the Ace of Cups here. Maybe some of you are French. Maybe you're from Paris. Eiffel Tower. Towers. It doesn't matter that it's an Eiffel Tower. It can be that towers represent change, sudden change to circumstances. And it's always for the positive. And Aries, Scorpio Aries energy tends to govern the tower energy. So I feel like you're making radical changes that may shock some people, but it is for your highest good. It could also be sudden epiphanies, sudden realizations about who you can trust and who not to trust, because we've got the King of Swords here and we've got the Ten of Swords. So you may feel like a friendship or a situation, maybe it's a boss that you don't trust, someone at your workspace is kind of like, they want me to come back to the Eiffel Tower in a moment for a reason. So I'm just, but they're giving me that somebody perhaps that you work with, or someone that you felt has been unkind or dishonest or not telling you the whole truth, someone who's been abusing their power over you. I feel like it may have stopped you in your tracks, but you move forward from that. The truth will out is what they're saying. But I feel like you're moving away from that energy into a lot more positive energy. Now, also this, because the Eiffel Tower is still there, I just get a sense of adventure, you embracing adventure. So maybe it's just that you're actually taking a trip. So now that I've said that, it's gone in the water. So it may be that you're just embracing adventure. Okay, so I'll leave that there. Queen of Swords, you're moving in the right direction. You're releasing the past. You're cutting out anything that is not healthy for you. You're setting healthy boundaries. You've got strong self-esteem, and you're calculating your next move. So whatever it is you're planning, you're actually moving ahead on it. Okay, Five of Pentacles does indicate there's a little bit of nervousness. Sometimes it's like we want to move ahead, but we fear that we don't have the right tools, or we feel like it will be a struggle, but we're determined to overcome the struggle and get to where we want to go. The universe is actually stepping in, because we've got the Wheel of Fortune. Destiny's wheel is favoring you at this time, and the Ace of Cups indicates there is an offer coming on in from the universe that you're going to love. Okay. Now, the Five of Pentacles also means finding an alternative form of abundance, okay? Sometimes it's like sort of looking at your skills. You're very talented, you're very gifted, and it's about using your skills to create either a second stream of income or find an alternative to a problem, almost like problem solving. So, for example, if your holiday, your vacation was delayed, you find an alternative date that you can reschedule. Because I feel this is a time period of finding the alternatives. You're still getting to where you want to go. You're still, getting your goal, but it may the dates may be different. It could also be, for example, if you're trying to buy a home or relocate and you've come up against a bit of a brick wall, or you found something that you thought was awesome. It was financially a little bit too much money. You may sort of struggle and you thought, you know what, it's everything I wanted though. There may be another home that comes up that's kind of close to what you were hoping for, but a little bit less money. So I just get this energy of an alternative being offered from the universe, an alternative route that's actually equally good, but just different, if that makes sense. It's almost like changing your perception. The universe gives you an alternative way to true abundance, okay? But something you were worried on or worried about, I feel like you find a solution and the universe meets you halfway. The Ace of Cups is, at grassroots, the Ace of Cups is if you feel that everything is well and you are trying to see the positive, you're attracting a positive outcome, okay? Now, again, easier said than done, I know. Sometimes life beats us down and we try our hard and we keep getting back up again. They're actually giving me a yin and yang symbol, excuse me, a yin and yang symbol right now, stabilizing energy. Okay, but it can also be about, well, this is a different way to explain it. They're showing me yin and yang energy being like the universe. The universal energy is to create in a chaotic form in order to stabilize or make something concrete. So it's almost like they're giving me this energy of the universe was created out of chaos, but it formed matter, which became stabilized and structured. So it's almost like sometimes, like if you have a crazy idea and think outside the box, it becomes something really awesome and changes your life and brings stability. So I feel like they're showing me this chaotic energy that comes good or works together. It's like the two need each other. So I don't know what they're trying to give me in that, but that's how I'm decoding the energy. It could be something as simple as you can see a yin and yang symbol in front of you, or you may have a tattoo with that on there, or you may notice that symbol everywhere for the next 4 to 5 weeks. It's a reminder of your power. It's a reminder to stabilize your energy, and that whatever it is you're feeling, it is actually helping you on your journey to get to where you want to go, okay? Balance is the key. Now, some of you also are trying to attract love. There's an opportunity in love coming on in here for you. But I just get this energy of the universe offering you an opportunity that really makes your heart swell with joy. For some of you, it's a proposal for a career, like a dream job opportunity that's coming on in. Some of you, maybe, you just want to have peace of mind and health and, love of those around you. So please take it as it resonates. For some of you, it's about the journey, embracing it, being positive, and taking emotional care of yourself. So I just get this energy of all being well. The universe is offering you a solution to something that perhaps you've been struggling with. I'm going to pick 3 cards in the upright from this deck, just so you're aware, just to get anything more that they want you to be aware of. I mean, Ace of Swords, you're getting aces. So this is about new ideas. So again, whatever that either quote or thing was that came in the water about something of the mind, it was like live the full life of the mind or something. Like, that's so important. Everything that you can have in your mind, that you can see in your mind, you can literally have it in your hand. Okay, so Ace of Swords is like a major breakthrough. It actually means triumphant success. Suddenly you have clear thinking. Suddenly a new idea comes. Suddenly there's mental clarity. It can also be a card of that indicates procedures, surgery, for example. We got the 2 of Pentacles, finding balance, and the Sun. I mean, they're giving it again the same energy. Okay, so the 2 of Pentacles is about finding balance between work and play, or being adaptable, being flexible. Okay, also I feel like you've been doing a lot of multitasking. Some of you are going to find really great solutions to sort of rejig your schedule so you've got a little bit more time to enjoy yourself or have time for you. Okay, But I feel like you have a lot of choices opening up to you right now, and you'll be weighing up your options, making decisions, but they all lead to the same place, the happiness. The Sun is the most successful, positive card in the deck, okay? So I definitely see you having a bit of an awakening. I feel like there's joy entering your life where there may have been a period of confusion or struggle or feeling like you're stagnant. There's definitely success and abundance. This is a card of things flourishing for you. This is a card of hope returning, seeing the light, and regaining that energy. So for example, if you have a date scheduled for surgery or something like that, Five of Pentacles says, hold up, take some time to rest, recoup your energy. There is sanctuary, and then you'll be back to best. Also, new ideas, and there's going to be a lot of them to choose from. I feel like the Two of Pentacles is like it's a duality card. It's an energy of finding that balance between juggling two things. So it's also about your focus. So if you're already doing a lot of things, it's like, what's most important at this time? Focus on that, and then all else will fall into place. So very important messages there, but the Sun card indicates success, joy, passion, inspiration. It's a fire element. So that's about interesting things coming into your life to shake up humdrum energy, injecting a little bit more passion into life, which can seem a little bit difficult at the moment. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Okay, I'm just going to get a couple of cards here. They want one more. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? What do they need to know regarding the messages you want them to hear? Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Okay. Sometimes it takes a little while to find the card that they want. I only take ones that just pop out like that. Okay. We have walk the path. Okay. And it says, you have to do what is right for you. No one walks in your shoes. Comparing life, social pressures. Okay. So you're not meeting anyone else's expectations. You're meeting your own. Okay. You're a maverick. You're the sort of person who is a visionary. And, again, this eagle, okay, that eagle is on her crown chakra. So this is about ideas, soaring, elevating in life. We've also got the calling. So it says, expect to receive the news that you've been patiently waiting on. Okay, some really good news coming on in. Now, that yin-yang symbol may be like an indicator when you see that of the good news coming on in, or perhaps that poem or prose or whatever it was that came up in the water. I mean, it could be a song, but I'm just not hearing the tune. So I'm going to have to look it up. But expect that good news. It's coming on in. It's something you've been waiting for, and it's going to move you forward. It's life-changing, actually. It's a major breakthrough. And we've also got the spirit dance. And it says, life is a dance between making it happen and letting it happen. I mean, that is like making it happen and letting it happen. Okay, shifting things around. And it says movement, guiding spirit, flexibility. That definitely came up in your reading. Okay, now I'm just going to get some final cards before we close. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? They also want 3 here as well. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, God Angels. Thank you so much. Oh my gosh. My beautiful Aries, they were showing me the Eiffel Tower in the water, and they would give me a sense of adventure. You got the Eiffel Tower card and adventure. Okay, so that's come up. Thank you so much. I'm truly grateful. I love it when my guides give me the image that they want me to see in the water, and it pops out for you right at the end, so you can see that I'm channeling the energy and they're trying to give you a message. So this is about, you got the butterfly there, which represents transformation, change, which is what you got there with that death card energy. And the Eiffel Tower, change is good. Change can be adventure. It can be exhilarating. It doesn't have to be this scary thing that we're afraid of. So I definitely feel like you're in control of the changes, and that there is adventure afoot, a new path opening up to you. Something exciting, that perhaps a calculated risk. You're taking a leap of faith in some area of your life. And some of you may actually literally be just traveling or seeking adventure. We've also got wisdom. Very knowledgeable, very intelligent. You've got the King and Queen of Swords there. Okay, so use your knowledge. Got a wonderful owl there as well. Use your knowledge to get you to where you want to go. Also, we've got kindred spirits. So if you are looking for love, this sort of solidifies that there's someone coming on in here for you. You're attracting. See, like attracts like. It's about matching the vibration with the frequency we have already. Now, they're giving me a picture right now of a very famous Einstein, who always believed in matching frequencies. The thing that you want actually wants you, my beautiful Aries. It's almost like it's predestined. So the thing that you want is sort of vibrating over here. Okay, you need to match the vibration by believing that you will achieve it, like you have it already. Whenever you visualize or do manifestation, see it in your mind like you already have it. Okay, because thoughts become things. It's not something that's way over there that you're going to get one day. It is you living this now because you deserve it, because it is part of your life already. So you're going to attract it to you quicker. So kindred spirits as well. Also, I would look out for butterflies, because there's quite a few butterflies showing up in your reading as well. Okay, now, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Aries? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? We're going to get 2 cards here. Thank you so much. We've got Raven Shaman, and we've got Dragonfly Magic. Okay, now if you've got placements in Aquarius in some way, there may be something in that message for you, because they also got the Shaman card. But if not, then, you know, give it a wide berth. You don't have to check that out. It says here, you are the creator and the magician. And Aries, you are. The magician is an Aries card. Literally, your thoughts are becoming things. The magician is the manifester. The magician is also the person who's got the power, the capability, the talent, the precision, the focus, and the gift to accomplish goals. Okay, so it says here, use your gifts for good. There is power in your wisdom and your words. That's the second time you're getting a wisdom energy. It says, connect to the elemental spirits and glide through the void. Claim your place as keeper of the mysteries. Okay, now ravens, typically they bring messages, so expect the news that you've been waiting for. That card is important. And dragonfly magic. Now, interesting, especially if you're attracting love, dragonflies partner up for life. Okay, they find their partner and they do that wonderful dance around each other, and on their journey throughout this lifetime, they remain with the same partner. Okay, so definitely something that's very poignant, important for you meeting love, if that's what you're hoping for. But it says here, I embrace my transformation. You've definitely got lots of transformation there. I courageously let go of the past. The magic of nature is in me. I am brilliant and I am blessed. And that's exactly who you are, my beautiful Aries. Okay, I'm just going to go and get a rune before we close. Oh, they give me 2. Okay, the first one is water, emotions, psychic ability, the feminine energy of receptivity, being open to receive abundance. Also, it is about divine inspiration, and it's about connecting to your emotions. So some of you may have felt a little bit disconnected, felt a little bit like, you know, up in your head, focusing on practical matters, and you've neglected your emotional needs. So really pay attention to that. Sometimes the body is calling out for you to really reconnect and take some time to really focus. You know, let it out, let it all out. Sometimes, you know, I always say, I'm always trying to be really strong. Sometimes it's really good to just have a good old cry and let it all out. Purge, let it all out, and just, you feel so much freer afterwards. Okay, and also we have this particular rune, the hero rune, which is all about you being the hero or heroine in your own story, that you have a lot of potential. Okay, you're freeing yourself up and something is coming to a conclusion. Okay, and you're going to be really proud of yourself. So that's definitely coming through there as well. This rune has actually been coming up a lot for every sign. So I feel the collective have a lot to be proud of, but we tend to sort of overlook our accomplishments because we're always on to the next, on to the next, on to the next. Sometimes we got to just pat ourselves on the back and go, you know what, did a job well done there. and, you know, really revel in the moment. So I'm going to leave it there, my beautiful Aries. This period tends to be a bit bumpy, so if the reading was a little bit all over the place, it will be a little bit clearer as we move into the monthlies for Libra season, which will come out in the next day or so. But if you did find something resonates here, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is very, very important for me too. And just before I go, they give me one word in the water: imagination. Okay, so maybe this is something that you can see right now, or you've just been reading a passage of text and you just read the word imagination. You may even see the word imagination somewhere on a billboard or something like that. I mean, imagination is key because thoughts become things. Use your imagination, dream big, allow yourself to dream of all the potentials and possibilities. You're capable of accomplishing them, okay? Thank you so much, my beautiful Aries, and love and light.